I'm 60-Second Spidey, and I'm recapping Spider-Man's team-up adventures from back in the 70s. Here's part 2. A wizard named Xandu brainwashes Spidey into stealing a gem from Doctor Strange, who catches him almost instantly. Xandu's magic warps Spidey's mind, making him think Doctor Strange is his enemy, which causes him to fight his friend and knock him out. As Strange wakes up, Xandu takes the gem and a magic wand and transports them all to a magical dimension, where Spidey's brainwashing is broken, and he is able to team up with Doctor Strange to fight the villain. Spidey temporarily swaps powers with Strange, so he uses magic to stop Xandu and dispose of the magical artifacts for good. Turns out, Xandu wanted to wake up his love, who's been in a trance for decades, but Strange sadly reveals she actually perished long ago. Peter learns Morbius is back in town as John Jameson can't deal with the stress of his double life as Man-Wolf and accidentally transforms. Morbius confronts Man-Wolf and places a moonstone around his neck and bites him, which allows him to control the beast. The two villains head to ESU, where Spidey confronts them, fighting Man-Wolf off before trapping him in a web. Morbius confronts a professor who developed a process to replace people's blood, but Spider-Man stops him before he can steal the work, tricking him into thinking it was destroyed in their fight, causing him to flee. Spidey tries to confront Jonah about his son's latest Man-Wolf transformation, but he covers for him, saying his son is innocent. Apparently lacking social skills, Hawkeye attacks Spider-Man to get his attention, and explains he recently discovered a group of robot criminals and needs Spidey's help taking them down. The heroes fight robotic soldiers at their secret hideout, before falling through a trap door into glass tubes, where they are confronted by the robotic Fantastic Four villain Quasimodo. The heroes break free from their tube but are overwhelmed by the robot army, until Hawkeye shoots an EMP arrow that hits the server powering their minds, shutting down the entire army. Peter visits his sick Aunt May, whose doctor says she has a dangerous new flu strain, and worries the vaccine won't be here in time since it's coming by boat. So Peter convinces Human Torch to let him borrow a shuttle that brings him to the boat. Unaware Count Dracula is also there and wants the doctor eliminated. When Peter finds a woman who is bitten, he brings her to the captain, who summons the vaccine creator to help her. But he's taken by thugs who also want his vaccine. Swapping to Spidey, Peter takes out the thugs, but Dracula finds and throws the doctor overboard. Spidey saves him in the nick of time, but learns he was never the doctor. His friend was, so Spidey rushes her to New York City in his shuttle. Spider-Man is fighting a group of Kung Fu museum robbers, but when they reveal their boss is a man named Shang Chi, they are suddenly fried to a crisp by electricity. Meanwhile, the hero Shang Chi stops criminals from attacking an elderly man, which they say their boss Spider-Man told them to do. Both thinking the other is a villain, Spidey and Shang-Chi fight to a complete standstill, but Peter realizes Shang-Chi isn't a villain and, realizing what happened, calls a truce. The two heroes work together to stop the villain Fu Manchu, who pitted them against each other, who Spidey learns is Shang-Chi's father. But unfortunately, the villain gives the heroes the slip. Spidey is saving a woman from being attacked, but is losing till another hero called Brother Voodoo shows up and helps him take out the foes. Spidey learns the foes are part of a cult led by a man named Moondog, who they track down but are knocked out by his maniacal laughter. The cult attempts to burn the heroes as a sacrifice, but Brother Voodoo saves himself with magic as Spidey web cocoons himself to survive, before the heroes take down the villain, who was just a normal accountant possessed by an evil spirit. Spider-Man confronts a burglar called the Catman, before being ambushed by Daredevil, which confuses him, giving Catman time to flee. Daredevil reveals he was trailing Catman on his way back to his hideout, because his allies have kidnapped a girl this morning. The heroes find the hideout of Catman, Birdman, and Ape-Man, and fight the foes, with Spidey webbing up Birdman as Daredevil KOs Catman. Sensing defeat, Ape-Man throws the kidnapped girl off a roller coaster, but Daredevil catches her as Spidey webs the crook to a moving roller coaster car. The Chameleon commits a crime disguised as Spider-Man, but has the worst luck ever when Hulk lands on his getaway car, forcing him to disguise himself as Hulk's friend Rick Jones. Thinking Chameleon is the real Rick, Hulk agrees to help him break his friend out of jail, but Peter happens to be nearby and attempts to stop him with little success. Hulk brings the prisoner to fake Rick Jones, but Spidey unmasks him as the Chameleon, so Hulk starts rampaging. The police show up as Chameleon tries to escape, leading to the prisoner being shot. Sad his friend perished, Chameleon gives up as Hulk flees the scene. Despite being impossible, there is an earthquake in Manhattan, so Spider-Man saves a woman falling out a window as fellow hero Hercules investigates the quakes and finds a strange creature hiding underground and is captured. Doing his own searching, Peter also finds a creature and is taken captive and meets Hercules. The two heroes learn the creature's machines are attempting to remove Manhattan and move it somewhere else to get a ransom. Patrick Star would be proud. Of course, Spidey and Hercules break free and stop the creatures, who turn out to be just random guys and machines. And then Hercules uses his godly strength to put Manhattan back in place. After seeing a light using Morse code asking for his help, Spider-Man meets a woman with force field powers named Asina, who shows him a vision of pulp hero Doc Savage in the past, explaining the past impacts his present. But they are suddenly attacked by a ghost that Spidey beats by throwing a jackhammer at it. Lucina shows Spidey how she met with Doc Savage 40 years ago to enlist his help fighting that very same ghost, sealing him inside the very same building they are standing by in the present. Seeing something in Doc Savage's reaction, Spidey realizes the woman is the actual villain here, and frees the ghost, who takes Lucina back to her alternate universe to face judgment. Thanks for watching part 2 of my Spider-Man team-up recaps. Like, follow, and subscribe as I post daily shorts and long-form compilations.